You're not just buying a motorcycle, you're buying a legacy sculpted in chrome, muscle, and Italian soul. And if there's one machine that grabs your senses, shakes your bones, and whispers heritage into your helmet while roaring like thunder through the highways of time, it's the 2019 Moto Guzzi 1400. This is not just a ride. This is Moto Guzzi's declaration of war against bland, against ordinary, against anything less than exhilarating. The 1400 doesn't knock on the door, it kicks it wide open. One glance, and you're pulled in. One twist of the throttle, and you're gone. You start it up, and the V-twin rumbles with a voice that sounds like opera written by a war drum. That 1380cc air and oil-cooled 90 degrees transverse V-twin engine isn't here to make compromises. It makes nearly 96 horsepower, but don't let that number fool you. This bike isn't about redline theatrics, it's about torque. Massive, relentless torque, around 120 Newton meters that hits low, down at 2,750 revolutions per minute, and keeps pushing you like a freight train. You don't ride the Guzzi 1400, you tame it. Or try to. The ride is thick with personality. You feel every pulse of the engine, every twist of the shaft-driven final drive, every inch of the beast as it surges forward. This isn't synthetic performance. This is raw emotion converted into motion. The ride-by-wire throttle system gives you 3 modes: touring, rain, and sport. And let me tell you, sport mode will light up your senses like fire on oil. It sharpens the throttle, stiffens your posture, and transforms this gentleman cruiser into a street predator. Touring mode is smooth, ideal for long-distance glides. Rain mode, that's your shield in slippery chaos. But no matter which mode you're in, the thrill never tones down. It simply changes shape. At a wet weight of over 340 kilograms, the Moto Guzzi 1400 isn't light, but it doesn't pretend to be. It uses its mass like a freight ship uses momentum. Once you're moving, nothing feels more planted. The Brembo brakes, dual 320mm discs up front and a 282mm disc at the rear, respond with the authority of a seasoned commander. And the ABS keeps you locked into confidence even when the roads try to misbehave. Handling is surprisingly nimble for a bike this size, especially with the beefy 46mm forks and twin rear shocks soaking up imperfections with poise. But what truly separates the Moto Guzzi 1400 is not just what it does, but how it makes you feel while doing it. Every bolt, every angle, every chrome accent screams Italian craftsmanship. It's not slapped together in a hurry. It's designed, sculpted, with intent. This is not a bike for the masses. It's a machine for riders who know what they want, who understand character when they feel it vibrating through their boots. And yes, there are choices. The California 1400 Touring is your go-anywhere war horse, loaded with hard panniers, a large windshield, and cruise control that makes cross-country feel like an afternoon joyride. Want comfort without compromise? This one delivers with heated grips, electronic ride modes, and a seat that feels like a throne. Then there's the Eldorado, sleeker, lighter, with white-wall tires and classic curves that pay homage to the golden age of motorcycling. You want old-school soul with modern firepower? Eldorado's your steed. And finally, the Audace Carbon, for those who ride like they fight. Minimalist, aggressive, stripped of polite aesthetics and dipped in dark carbon. This one's not built for compromise, it's for domination. You won't find gimmicks here. You'll find hidden mastery. Like the ride-by-wire system that doesn't just mimic a throttle, it listens to your wrist like a musician to his instrument. Or the 3-stage Moto Guzzi traction control that doesn't interfere, but dances with your choices. Then there's the shaft drive, maintenance-free, smooth, and mechanically satisfying in every gear shift. And the cruise control, it doesn't just hold your speed. It elevates your journey, letting you breathe in the world without thinking of the throttle. At a price point starting around $16,490 for the Eldorado and climbing up to $18,490 for the Touring model, it's a premium ride, but you're not paying for plastic and pretense. You're investing in soul, in history, in something built not just to perform, but to be remembered. Every dollar echoes with quality: Brembo brakes, steel double cradle frame, premium paint, leather stitching, and a nameplate that's been earning respect since 1921. You don't just get off a Moto Guzzi 1400. You dismount like a gladiator stepping down from the arena. People don't just glance, they stop and ask. They want to know what it is. And when you tell them, their eyebrows rise. Moto Guzzi. They ask, impressed. Yes. And not just any Guzzi. This is the 1400. The king of them. The final boss of cruisers. The kind of machine that doesn't get replaced. It gets remembered. This bike is a love letter to the rider who wants more than speed. Who wants presence? Who wants to rumble through cities and glide across nations with a machine that has stories to tell? If Harley-Davidson is Americana, then the Moto Guzzi 1400 is Italian rebellion, refined, powerful, and unapologetically proud. It may not be for everyone. But for those who understand what it is, nothing else will do. And when the sun sets and your engine winds down, you don't park the 1400, you honor it. You look at it before you walk away. Maybe touch the tank once. Because